I am happy to have you still here with me, and I want to welcome you back to my channel. Congratulations once again on completing technology basics, the foundation of your digital skills journey. Now we move into the next important domain, which is digital citizenship of our level one. So we're going to go through three major objectives for lesson two, and that is create and manage a digital identity, cultivate, manage, and protect your digital reputation, and respond to inappropriate digital behavior and content. So, this is just a reminder. So, for all the levels, we're going to go through these various domains, technology basics of which we've completed, and now we are continuing with digital citizenship. And this is under level one, which is the knowing bit of our IC3 journey. So now let's move on. How do you create and manage positive digital identity? So for objective 2.1.1, we just need to know. That is what level one admonishes us. So what then is a digital identity? So let's look at this carefully. Your digital identity is everything about you online, okay? And it includes your name, profiles, posts, photos, and comments. So just think about it for a moment. Do you have a positive digital identity or a digital footprint? And it also includes what others post about you. So if someone searches your name on Google, it will definitely show your digital identity. So if you type my name, Fifi Obin, you should see something about me if I'm active online. So there's a real life example. Imagine an employer searches your name before hiring you. What are they going to find? So what they see is your digital identity. So it's important that you know this and you learn how to communicate effectively online. So your online presence can open, close opportunities. And I cannot overemphasize this. So make sure whatever you post is something worthy. If not, please don't. If it is something you won't say to yourself, don't even try posting it, okay? So what makes up your digital identity? Your social media profiles. You've got a Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. The post, the comments, and the likes, photos and videos you upload, the website, blogs, or content you create, the people you follow and interact with. So this is what makes up your digital identity. Now we come to digital footprints. So whatever you do, you leave a mark on the internet. So every action you take online leaves a trace. Then these traces are called digital footprint. So examples include posting on social media, liking a post, commenting or sharing. So these are some of the examples. So what are the key concepts that stays online? So your digital footprint can't be permanent. So something you posted 20 years ago, 10 years ago, if someone searches for it, you're going to find it. And even deleted content may still exist somewhere. So please take note of that. And others can search, find, and track your activity. Okay. So if you go online and you use hashtag fittsgh, FITTSGH, you should see all my posts. So I've got a very good digital presence online. So yeah. So we've got this data footprint can't be permanent. Even deleted content may exist, may still exist somewhere. People can, yes, actually search, find, and track your activity. So real life impact is schools and employers may check your online activity. So please, please, I'm going to beg you to mind what you post. If it is not wholesome, a negative post can damage your reputation, and it's very important. And in this era of AI and internet, you need to be mindful, okay, of the content you put out there. And positive content can build your personal brand. So what is the power of social media? You can share information instantly. Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, X, LinkedIn, just a click of a button, and you can reach a global audience with one click. YouTube, and I've got so many people I'm tutoring online from so many different locations of the world, from Zambia, UK, US. So the power of social media for you. If you want to do a business, you need to keep going at it. Okay, we're in a global village now. So posting a video or opinion online is one. And what is the risk? So not everything shared online is safe. That is something you need to know. And oversharing can expose personal information. And wrong posts can spread quickly and be hard to control. And that is human nature. Things that are wholesome are not shared. And negative stuff go viral very quickly. So you need to be mindful of that. So what are some of the practical tips you can use? Think before you post. So don't be overly emotional. Think about it. Adjust your privacy settings. And we have these in our Facebook apps, most of the apps that we use. And avoid sharing sensitive information. It's not everything you put out there. And be respectful and professional online. Okay. And build a positive digital presence. So what's the key takeaway here? Your digital identity is your online reputation. So if you want to have a good online reputation, think about what you post. And your digital footprint is your online history. Okay. And always act online like everyone is watching. So once you send it, boom, anybody on this globe can just go there and see what you are doing. Okay. So let's look at our case study one. If you participate in any of the social media websites or have account on gaming or shopping website, you have an online digital identity. No two ways about that. From the list below, select the 3 items that are part of your digital identity. So a post you made on Twitter 6 months ago, is it part of your digital identity? Think about it. Your social security number, is that part of your digital identity? A list of people you follow online, is that part of your digital identity? Your login credentials, an email you sent to your teacher last semester, and a record of all the files you've uploaded to the internet. So just pause it for a minute whilst I show you. So yes, a post you made on Twitter 6 months ago forms part of your digital identity. A list of people you follow online also forms part of your digital identity. And a record of all the files you have uploaded to the internet also forms part of your digital identity. So this is just a short video teaching you about digital identity. So it's all about knowing. If you want to learn more about the IC3, head over to sedipod.com/IC3. If you want to learn more about what I do, head over to fittsgh.net. And mind you, this is not about learning by rote, trying to cram information into your memory. No, you need to understand it, live by it. And once you have that understanding, passing a certification exam is a bonus, and I cannot overemphasize this. What is the point of cramming information, passing a certification exam, and not really being in the position of applying what you've studied? So I'm all about getting the right skill set. And I think Sedipod has a very good, curriculum which, when followed, will equip you with all the requisite skills to function effectively in the job that we do with computers and the internet. If this has blessed you, please follow, subscribe, share, and catch you in my next lesson. God bless. Bye for now. Bye.